Yeah, boy, we live.
Hey,
Hey, man, we live. This is in game. We've been gone for a minute, but we stepping out because of the Super Bowl, man. But this is in game, man, with your
this
boy B, the CEO.
it's
We
your
back.
boy on Skywalker in the building.
Yeah. We all know why we here. We all
You
know
know,
why
we
we stepping into the studio
step.
today.
Yeah,
Everybody's been talking
special.
about the Super Bowl and what is it for us here at Family Tree Productions to not talk about the Super Bowl. So we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl and chop it up real quick.
We
And
felt like we'd be doing y'all a disservice if we did.
oh yeah. Anybody that know us and know how much we go back and forth with this sport thing, it would have been a big this service for us not to speak on the Super Bowl, especially since we got a sports podcast. So we definitely wanted to pull up and talk about the Super Bowl. Um, we will love for y'all to chime in on y'all thoughts, on y'all opinions. Let us know if we right. Let us know if we wrong. Trash talk. Do whatever you got to do during this podcast, and so we can get done and go about our merry way. Because after we talk about this, the Super Bowl over. We talking about the off season and the draft. So since we are back and we ain't seen,
Hold on. This is the home of the hottest sports intro out there in the podcast world.
I was just gonna get to that.
You're just gonna get there.
I was just
Hey,
gonna
hey,
get to that.
hey! I just wanted to make. It's almost Valentine's Day. I just want to make sure you got your flowers. That's all.
Hey, I'll sure appreciate it. But we're gonna run this intro real quick and then we're gonna jump into the Super Bowl. I know some people gonna be watching, you're gonna be strolling down your Facebook streams or your threads, and you're gonna see us on YouTube. So y'all pull up on us right after we hit this intro video, and then we'll be back, man. I gotta find the intro video.
I got you.
Yeah, hit us with
Yeah, jumping out of the basement, best in the game, ain't no need for replacements. Beating up the block, putting holes in the pavement. Pass up the rock, the only thing we shooting J's with. Easy on the scene, family talk is the kingpin. Sports and direct, no ESPN. Being top rate, busting streams through your state. Bro, we all up for debate, but this ain't first take. Hell no. Right here, you can get it in a hurry. Listen as we drop nuggets. No Joker, no Murray for the 3-step Curry. Took it like a thief. My homeboy Pat classified as a chief. Jody hit us with the college. We got MLB knowledge. Boxing social with the chef. TKO before the stop and playing homage to the best. Us, we proclaim Uncle Pudge and the CEO. This the end game.
I'm the one that got sick. Make that motherfucker flip. Safe bet with all your chips. I'm the one, not two and not three. That ain't me. I'm the one and only. Ain't no asses in my seat. I'm the one. Might check me on the one. Niggas hate me cause I won. And they hate me. I'm the one. Ain't no faking. I'm the no mistaking. I'm the one. Ain't no breaking. I'm the one. I'm the greatest. I'm the one.
Yes, I love that intro every single time, man. Every single time.
listen. I wrote that intro and I performed that intro in my office and recorded it. My lovely wife recorded the video for me. And as I wrote the intro, didn't know and didn't speculate that we was gonna have Chief clips in it. Even in one of the bars, I said my homeboy. So hey, I guess it fits this conversation today, don't it?
I manifested it for you, dog. I got
There you go. There we go. So let's get into it. Let's wait no more. As everybody know, the Chiefs defeated the 49ers on Sunday.
And they did.
They defeated the 49ers on Sunday. The final score 26-22.
25-22.
25-22. Okay.
They never kicked that. They didn't have to kick the extra point.
Oh yeah, they didn't kick that. That's right. So 25-22. And we just want to get, before we go into the discussions and how everybody feel, we want to get insight on the game. Get some insight on the game. How you felt about the game, how you felt about the Super Bowl halftime show. how you felt about the ending and the beginning. Let's start. I'm gonna let you run it off, my homeboy Skywalker. Let's start with you. What was your whole insight of the whole game?
Honestly, so I like to come up and talk a lot of trash, but I will say this: the 49ers came into play. I think you couldn't have asked for a better game, maybe a few less mistakes, but that's any game. Any game you play, you're always going to want no mistakes. But other than that, the 49ers had a good game plan. It's just at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, there's certain players that's going to do what they do, and you just can't stop it. It's kind of like playing against James Harden, playing against a Jordan, playing against Joel Embiid. Like, you can contain it, but you really just can't. At the end of the day, they're just that people that you just can't stop it. Eventually they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're the best because they're gonna get it rolling eventually. You know what I'm saying? And so it was the same thing with Mahomes. They did a good job containing Mahomes for most of the game, but at the end of the day, you just couldn't stop Mahomes from being Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And yeah, pass the ball, man. Yeah, we watched it to the last minute. We watched it the very last minute. And my insight is I'm piggybacking on what you said. You couldn't have asked for a better game. You know what I mean? I mean, the last, if you look at the last 5-6 years of Super Bowls, they haven't been that much entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So this one was very hard fought. The 49ers, I can say myself, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the 49ers didn't lose that game. Pat Mahomes won the game. So it's nothing that you can put on either one of the teams. 49ers came out there and they played as hard as they could possibly
play. They did everything that you would ask for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the officiating, I know me and Mike talked after the game. The officiating, I told him, is probably a couple calls that wasn't called that we probably can say, it could have been called on both sides of the ball, but it was a well officiated game. I didn't see much errors, at least from my standpoint. The overtime, and I know we're going to deep dive into the rules of the overtime, and you had the 49ers players didn't know about the new rule change, which I call BS on that, but we'll talk about that. The overtime, I think, played great. It was the first time of the new rules that we seen change the overtime rules in the playoff game. It was just an overall good game. I enjoyed watching it. Watched it from the first snap to the very last snap. It was overall good game. So anybody that's watching, y'all drop in the comments what y'all overall feel of the game. Rate it from 1 to 10. I give it a good solid 8. 8.5. I give it a good solid 8.5.
Yeah, I give it a 9. If it would have had a little bit more scoring, it would have really been a top tier game.
That first half was like a movie. You got to get into it to really, because you kind of watching. It's like it's 10-6.
The first half was a deal movie. It was too damn much of nothing before you got it popping, dog.
And then it kind of got popping in the second half. And I think it's one of those things where the coaches feeling out in the first half. Really feeling it out in the first half.
Yeah, it was very much a boxing match the first half.
Yeah.
The 49ers were really just kind of filling out the 49ers lost again, making mistakes, important moments. Benji, I seen the link. Hold on, bro. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they made a ton of mistakes. One mistake that I felt like they made is they went away from Christian McCaffrey early in the third quarter. I don't see a lot of big mistakes that they made. I mean, they missed Chris Jones on the last play for the field goal. They missed Chris Jones on a block. Somebody missed a blocking assignment because Chris Jones wasn't touched.
I will say this. There was right, and let's talk about Chris Jones for a second. Chris Jones was the unsung hero of this Super Bowl, and I'm going to tell you why. There was at least
I got you on that one, Benji. That block was critical.
3 separate occasions where the 49ers ran the right play, got the right read, made the right call, and had receivers open on critical downs. And because Chris Jones pressured Brock Purdy, he either threw the ball too far and missed the pass.
That's the play I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the play.
It was on 3 separate occasions. The one where he overthrew Debo in the back of the end zone. He overthrew Debo in the back of the end zone. That was Chris Jones. Jennings wide open for the touchdown on that play. That was Chris Jones. And there was another one where he had Imuku. Is that how you said it, brother name?
Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk.
He had Ayuk on a post route, and Ayuk had burnt Snead, and he missed him because Chris Jones got that pressure. Passed the ball. They did pay him. They paid him this year. He sat out the first couple. Remember, he sat out the first game of the season.
But I think they paid that. They got him on a 1 year though. I think
Oh well, they're gonna have to pay. Yeah, they're gonna have
to.
They
pay him. They gotta pay. Don't
yeah,
let him walk.
They're gonna have to come off that cash. Chris Jones has been like the unsung hero all like all season. Okay, Debo was wide open on that play. Oh yeah, that's what I said. The ball was.
Yeah, that's what he said. The one in the end zone. Yeah, he ran in the end
zone. Debo was open. He had beat him, and they had to settle for a field goal. So there was at least a good 8 to 12 points off the board for the fact that Chris Jones had got that pressure on Brock Purdy. I'm gonna say.
But do you call those mistakes though? I call that just Chris Jones being Chris Jones.
That's not those. I wouldn't call those mistakes. I would say that's more of a Chris Jones being that unsung hero. Those are the plays that matter that nobody will ever see.
Oh yeah. They won't even talk about it. Yeah.
Those are the plays that matter. Now far for let's talk about this. Far missed blocks. Yeah, they missed a lot of blocks.
That missed field goal was huge.
That block field goal was huge.
That block field goal was huge.
Block field goal was huge. And you notice who didn't play in that game?
Kadarius Toney?
Hell nah. Hey, hell nah. They were like, hey, bro, you
can sit this one out, fam.
Hey,
we got it.
I tell you, they had 20 playing ass back. As soon as he got up, they told him, hey, get your ass back. Hey,
I noticed that. I noticed it all game.
They had him in the game.
They ain't got my boy out there, dog. They ain't got my boy.
And he wasn't gonna be out there.
That's cool. He got a ring though.
Boss said they're gonna franchise tag him. They gonna have to pay that man something.
They gonna have to pay him something. That's gonna be.
I don't understand the franchise tag because every year you got to pay him more and more and more money. Like I don't understand the franchise tag. I was like missed blocks. Yeah, they had a lot of miss. Like Brock Purdy had a lot of pressure, but luckily didn't get sacked. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of pressures and luckily didn't get sacked. And
Jeremy, you just want us to say your name on the show. I just said it, Jeremy.
There you go. Jeremy's upset. He's saying I'm a bandwagon.
We said your name on the show, Jeremy.
He said we got your shout out, Jeremy. You good?
We got you.
I'm not taking anything from a Cowboys fan.
But no, overall, great game. Like Mike just hit the biggest points, man. Chris Jones, unsung hero. I mean,
Chris Jones is an unsung hero.
Of course, you give the MVP to Patrick Mahomes because, of course, that's a quarterback award. You ain't gonna give it to nobody else.
Well, actually, if you look at his stats, bro, he had 399 all-purpose.
Pat Ball. But I'm talking about a play. Had Chris Jones not made a lot of those plays like you just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? We be talking a different stroke right now.
Oh yeah, no. We wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even be here right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
We be talking a different stroke.
Phone would have been on Do Not Disturb till March. You hear me? Don't talk to me.
Oh, Benji, I forgot about the punt return. When I seen it live, I said, "Stupid! Why you ain't gonna touch it?" But then it hit the ankle of one of his players, so he had to run for it. So that was a huge change. Because let's talk about the Chiefs scored right after that play. They scored
on that drive. Let's talk about Scotland almost dropping that touchdown pass. We ain't gonna act like when you see that.
He caught it though. he caught it though.
I almost lost my shit right here when it ball hit his hands and then it dropped and he caught it again. I was like, boy,
he called it. He called it. What were some of the other bigger plays? And y'all that's watching, some of the other bigger plays.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I think Andy Reid and Travis Kelce will have a private conversation about that.
Yes. Let's talk about that. And
a lot of people right here like, oh, if that would have been me, and we get it.
But that's a point we need to mention, though, Mike. That's a point we need to mention.
It is. I think because of the relationship. First of all, let me say this: it's not okay, right?
Right.
It's not okay. No. So you bumping your coach or whatever is not okay, right? But when Andy Reid came back and said he caught me off balance trying to get my attention, right? He Travis is a big dude. He's not a small guy, right? He's a big dude. So yes, it might look like he pushed me but he said he caught him off balance. But he said him and Travis did have a conversation and everything's good now, right? And so I was like, you're right, but Travis just got to do a better job of keeping his cool, right? But at the same time, I understand his frustration because it's the Super Bowl. You know, at that point, he had like 1 or 2 catches. And at that point, the tight end that was in the game completely missed a block. You know what I'm saying? That caused Pacheco to fumble the ball. I'm like, come on, bro. You did a drive-by run on the damn block person you're supposed to be blocking, you know?
So let me speak on that as well. Let's go to the aspect of where Travis Kelce is coming from. Because had he been in the game,
that was disrespectful, White.
It was disrespectful, ball. It's very disrespectful.
It was.
So had Travis been in the game, I don't think Pacheco fumbles that ball. However, Pacheco is the one holding the ball. He needs to have ball security, whether the blocks are being done or not. He's going to be hit. He needs to have better ball security. Let's start. That's the first point.
100% agree.
Second point, the competitiveness that people hasn't said anything about Travis Kelce. The competitiveness that man got. This man said he's in the Super Bowl right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't make mistakes like that. Although the mistakes were made, and that's another thing, 49ers didn't capitalize on a lot of those mistakes that the Chiefs did make early in the game.
Yeah, because Patrick Mahomes overthrew Travis Kelce on a really very much of a bad one of few bad passes that he actually has made. He overthrew because he had Kelce open. He just overthrew him for that pick.
Yes.
So
that was my next point. Now, ball. Hold on. Let me finish. Ball. You're right. The game doesn't matter, but the actions do. Now let's talk about his actions because I just spoke about the game. Let's talk about his actions. We all know that was very disrespectful. And guess who put out a tweet when they saw that? Mr. Antonio Brown.
Okay. First of all,
no. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Because had that been, and I'm not saying had it been in Antonio Brown, had it been anybody of our color, that would have been taken way differently and talked about way differently than it is Patrick Mahomes. I mean, not Patrick Mahomes, but Travis Kelce. Tell me I'm wrong.
You are not wrong. I will not tell you that you're wrong. You are not wrong. If it was if I felt like, I don't want to make it a race issue, but
I'm trying not to make it.
I'm trying to make it a race issue. I'm trying not to play the race card, but it is a little bit of how about this? Let's not say Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown he been a fuck up everywhere he go. Ever since Bruce said hit his ass, he ain't been right ever since. Right. So let's use another person. Let's say I don't know. Just a
random Joe, Randy Moss. Let's say if Randy Moss did that.
Nah, because Randy Moss had a trouble pass too. Kelce, you got to get somebody. Let's say this. Let's say Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald off the field was like squeaky clean. Like you never had any shit from Larry Fitzgerald. I feel like if it was Larry Fitzgerald in that position, it might have been taken out of context because he's black. You know, bumping into a white coach. But this is the first time. This is the first time Travis Kelce has lost his shit on the sideline, right? I remember last season he threw his helmet in the playoffs. The season before that, he threw a career across the fucking sideline. I remember he's been calmed down several times. Travis Kelce is let's call it, he's a hothead. When he's not getting the ball, he gets mad, right? But Kelce knows he's that X factor. Get me the goddamn ball. And you see what happened in critical moments. Either Travis Kelce was blocking or Travis Kelce had the ball. Because that last drive in regulation, bruh, Travis Kelce was 5 yards in front of the goddamn first down. It was 3rd and 8. But Patty was like, I'm going to put this ball in your hands on a slant route, and I'm going to trust you to do what you do, right? Travis Kelce made it do what he do. And let's not act like Travis Kelce had a bad night. He had 9 catches for 92 yards last night.
No, he was good.
Sunday night. So Travis Kelce did his thing. Now, would it be taken out of context if it was one of us? I absolutely believe so.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But Travis Kelce and Andy Reid have that kind of relationship, and it is what it is as far as that situation. Benji also
before we move on, and I'm gonna move on to Benji point. But before we move on, I've seen multiple times, and everybody know I'm a Patriot fan. TB12, Goat Man. I've seen multiple times where I've seen Tom Brady screaming at Bill Belichick. Bro, everybody said that was his competitiveness, right?
Right. Wasn't it last year that he broke the damn Windows tablet? Like,
Yeah. He did that as a Patriot too. He broke the tablet. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna put, because like I said, if that was one of us, let that have been Michael Vick that did that. Let that have been Donovan McNabb that did that. We be talking totally different. They're hotheads. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they're competitive like they're saying about these other quarterbacks, but I'm just saying other quarterbacks. But had it been one of our quarterbacks, you feel me? It wouldn't have been. It's a different story. It's a different story. But let's move to Benji point. Benji, yes. Bosa was supposed to contain on the outside, and Tony Romo. And the side note, Tony Romo called a great game. By the way, I don't know how y'all feel about Tony Romo, but I felt like he called a great game.
He called games better than he playing.
Yes, he's a better commentator than he was a quarterback.
Now, again, this is part of the conversation where I say Bosa did everything he was supposed to do. There was plenty of times last night that Bosa did exactly what he was supposed to do. And guess what? It's Patrick Mahomes. Eventually, he's gonna get one. You know what I'm saying? And the few times he did, it just happened to be in pivotal moments. That 4th and 1 where he ran, bruh.
When he ran that 4th and 1, when he ran, Bosa went inside when he should have kept the contain. Bosa went inside, but it was a couple times Bosa got greedy. And if he kept trying to play with his fool, Mahomes gonna break you every single time.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's Mahomes. He gonna do it to you. You just give it a matter of time. Mahomes gonna do it to you. And that one run where Bosa didn't hold contain, and Mahomes got up the field for like 19 yards.
Yeah,
it was just like, bro, you didn't have contain, bro. You gotta contain this guy.
Not at all. Chris, what's good, Chris? Did you guys already talk about the dude breaking his leg? What's his last name? I forgot his name.
I don't know, but 57, he tore his Achilles jumping up and down.
Tore his Achilles jumping up and down the field, trying to get on the field after a 4 and out.
Yeah, that nigga hit the tag again, didn't
he? Yeah. Homeboy tore his ACL or something like that, trying to get on the field.
All right, so I just got a text. I just got a text from Batwoman.
Okay.
I just got a text from Batwoman. So don't be ignoring my comments. So let's address I said I'm tired of hearing about the Usher concert.
I'm tired about hearing something that was so good.
I thought it was a great halftime show.
It was she was over there singing. What is she talking about?
Brandon, we all was singing.
Bro,
we all was singing.
The whole nation was singing. Me and Sam are sitting in our living room, pitch dark, with the TV on, and we are sitting there having a full concert with these folks.
You sitting there pitch dark in the living room. I'm standing there with my cup. Got me like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I found you finally.
How you get tired of that? That halftime show is amazing.
Oh
she talking about some. She talking about something. She don't want to hear nothing about the Usher concert.
That performance was great. Alicia Keys, listen, and this is why us Negroes can't never have nothing nice. But man went out there and pulled a magnificent concert. Alicia Keys.
Oh, here we go.
Alicia Keys did her thing when she sung "My Boo." You know what I'm saying? Because it did. That shit was nostalgic. Y'all don't understand. It started when we were younger.
History.
You were mine.
But you know why Chris said that, right? Because it's hyped up on the internet right now because Usher was all grabbing on her waist and
that was
Swiss Beats must be having an attitude.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
That was part of the performance.
It was part of the performance, right?
Swiss Beats say we don't do that corny shit. He already knew that was part of the performance. He wasn't tripping about it.
He wasn't tripping.
You
know what? That's a brother who's good with himself and his woman, dog.
You did,
that's a brother who was great with himself and his woman.
Hey, Brandon, you got damn right, because it would have been real estate agent. It wouldn't have been no motherfucking.
Oh yeah, if it was Batwoman,
we would have had a shooting at the Super Bowl, bro. Would have been out a bit of understanding for me.
Hey, bro, listen. If it was Batwoman, I'm calling Usher while he on the phone and leaving a message. My boy, but them hands getting a little too close. Hands getting a little too close.
Hey, you better perform like Keanu Reeves take pictures. You see how Keanu Reeves be taking a picture? hands always off somebody. Hey, boy, you better Keanu Reeves this performance. I'm not finna play with you.
Hey, Swiss Beats, that shows up what type of man you is in R. I'm not there yet, my boy. I'm saying that right now. I'm not there yet. Because had you put your hands on Batwoman, I was making a trip. I was coming down from the stands. I'm gonna meet you on the field. We ain't even gotta wait till you get in the back. We're gonna meet you. You had the balls to do it on TV. I got the balls to do it on TV. Also.
Hey, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you right quick, Playboy.
Exactly. Before you finish that song, come holler at me real quick.
Hey, boy, because I snuck this deuce in my shoe. Let me holler at you right quick. Nah, it's about to get active. I ain't finna sit here and play with you. The concert was cool. This is why black people can't have nothing nice. We so quick to tear our own people down. Alicia Keys missed a note, and Usher looked like this. Now I will say this. Why in the fuck was Jermaine Dupri dressed like a badass 5-year-old with them goddamn shoes?
He was out there dressed like a Cabbage Patch dog.
Jermaine Dupri dressed like the damn leprechaun from them fucking movies.
Hey, you remember those socks little girls wore to church?
That's what I'm saying. Little girls wore to church with a little flap thing. What the fuck is this?
Jermaine Dupri, bro. Jermaine Dupri. I don't know what was going on with you in that wardrobe, but you could have left that in the back, my boy.
You could have left that. You could have left that in the back. You could have wore some J's and some no-shows.
Man, I tell you.
You could have wore some J's and some no-shows, dog. He looked like
boss said he looked like the Addams Family.
The family show. What's the son name? He dressed just like him, dog.
Wait, what's the son name? Because you got Wednesday and Pugsley.
Pugsley.
He look like a black Pugsley. Yeah.
How you got on the suit? He dressed like Bart Simpson going to church from The Simpsons. Got on the shirt tie with the suit and short. What the fuck was that, bro? What the hell you got on?
I respect that man for what he's done for Atlanta and for down south. But my boy, it was a bad choice coming on stage looking at that.
No, her had a great performance. That girl played the shit out that saxophone.
Yeah. It was guitar.
That's on there?
Yeah, her. But she was playing a guitar.
Oh yeah, she was playing the shit out that guitar. She did that. She definitely did that. My boy Lil John popped up in the hot summer mom's leather outfit.
Yeah. I said, and the cowboy boots. He had on the cowboy boots.
Yeah, I said, but I know his nuts sweated in the motherfucker them leather ass pants. He ain't got no breathing in them joints. I know he sweated in them. Luda popped out the fro.
Hey, I just knew Luda was coming. I was like, I hope my dog gonna walk up the stage. I knew he was coming.
I'm pissed they didn't do Lovers and Friends.
They should have.
Bro, if Usher wanted to set that concert off, he should have hit that, baby, what you doing? Looking to find, baby, you. But he should have hit that shit.
Yeah, see, them socks was ugly. It wasn't nothing but design about them socks. He could have just went and got some socks from Walmart, to be honest with you.
Them socks was tough. Them socks was tough. Them socks was tough, bro.
But back to the game. I know we got off on the halftime thing, but the halftime show I think was amazing. I give it a 9.5. We all know last year's halftime show had Rihanna. She was all big pregnant on the stage and didn't really too much care for that. But Usher did his thing. Now we got the petition now. The Super Bowl finna be in New Orleans next year. Now we got to get Wayne on stage, y'all. All right, I don't know who y'all talk to or what emails or tweets y'all got to put out, but we got to get Wayne in the Super Bowl halftime show next year, y'all. All right, let's stand behind Wayne and let's get him in New Orleans.
Let's highlight the other star of the Super Bowl, Jason Kelsey. Nah, that man was kicking it with Ice Spice a little hard Monday night.
I thought I was the only one. See, he was too close.
I wasn't tripping. Hey, and that boy was ready to risk something. Jason Kelsey was like, Jason Kelsey was hitting on Ice. He was rizzing the shit out of Ice Spice. He thought, hey, I'm not much of a hip hop person, but baby, I'm a munch. All right. No, I
ain't much of a hip hop person, but I am a woman person. What's up?
What's happening?
What is up?
Hey,
no, I thought that. I'm surprised that nobody talking about it. I thought
like, all right.
Yeah, I saw Jason Kelsey pushing up a little bit.
Yeah, Jason Kelsey, that dude. Did they rebuild the stadium already? Bro, it's brand new. Come on, Chris, tighten up.
Yeah, Chris, that stadium been rebuilt.
Bro, they got a whole. First of all, they rebuilt the stadium, got a new sponsor, and remodeled it already, bro. Come on, bro. because it was the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Now it's like the Little Caesar Stadium or something, right?
No, the Mercedes-Benz Center is the Falcons. I thought that was the Falcons.
No, because when they first rebuilt it, it was Mercedes-Benz, but then
the stadium. Oh, okay.
I think when they remodeled it, they got a new sponsor. Now it's like the Little Caesars, like Palace Stadium or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the casino.
Next year finna be lit. We got to get Wayne in there. Yeah, auntie. We got to get Wayne out there. We got to get Wayne out there, man.
Let me tell you something. If they say if they drop that doom, I'm gonna lose my shit. I know y'all not play back that ass up at the Super Bowl. They need to do it. Hey, dear Roger Goodell, you got one job. We need back that ass up. And everybody get your roll on at the Super Bowl.
We need leather so soft. We need make it rain. We need a Millie. We need all that at the Super Bowl next year. All that at the Super Bowl.
Hey, and if Drake pop up, keep your damn pants on, boy.
Yeah, Drake, you got to keep your pants on, my boy.
Yeah. What the fuck was you?
We'll talk about that on another day, but let's get back to the Super Bowl. So all know. What did you have something else?
I'm just saying. I got a little clip for us. You know.
Oh, we got a clip before we get back.
Because this little history of Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Because at one point they doubted him, right? So here's
when did they doubt him? Hold on now. When did they doubt Patrick Mahomes?
About to show you the clip. All the naysayers.
Let's go to Mahomes with Kansas City. Now, why you trade up to get him to wait on him? Like, if he's that good, you went over Deshaun Watson. You traded up, but I still got to wait on the cookies. The cookies ain't ready yet. I don't believe in the system, the passing system that they have in the Big 12. Guys have not been successful with that transition to the NFL.
Yep. So Patrick Mahomes, I don't like it. I do not like this pick. I mean, it's 2 years away. 2 years away, and you paid him $5-6 million a year for 2 years away?
Holmes to say he is one of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL.
No.
I'm done.
I got it. And you're that close, and you can certainly fill holes to put you over the top. Why are you drafting a quarterback? Why are you trading up to draft a quarterback that doesn't just have bad footwork, has no footwork?
Yeah, drinking dope, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. With my 90s, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. Metro, don't trust you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah. Can't get a cup, gotta get paid, king of the streets, young nigga made, spraying on the crowd, take to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my bitch is a star. Nigga get rich, better take you to war.
Willie, what's up, my boy?
A lot of head on that boy.
Oh, I remember those because I watch those same shows to this day. I still watch them faithfully while I'm working, and while I listen to it while I'm working. So I do remember them saying all of that about Patrick Mahomes, and I guess we're at the point where what else we got to say now? So I guess that brings up the question: is he in that conversation?
Definitely.
And I don't have to name what conversation we're talking about, but is he in that conversation?
He's there
next to the guy that got 7. Is it?
Can
we now talk about him in that same stratosphere or the same tier?
One more.
One
Joe
more?
Montana has 4.
Right. So yeah, and I don't want to dismiss Joe. For anybody that's watching and that's an old school head.
Joe Montana was again top 5 quarterback of all time.
Yes. I'm not dismissing Joe Montana.
Top quarterback of all time.
I'm only mentioning the folks I've been alive and been old enough and knowledgeable about to watch, and that has been Tom Brady. So I'm not dismissing Joe, but back to the question: is it time for us to put him in that same conversation with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
100%. Normally when you have a quarterback that can use their legs, they lack in the arm department. We've seen that time and time again. We've seen a lot of the mobile quarterbacks very inaccurate. I will say this, and probably the greatest talent to ever play quarterback is probably Cam Newton, and his biggest Achilles was his accuracy. If Cam Newton was more accurate, I think Cam Newton would have been. First of all, he probably would have had at least 2 good Super Bowls, right? And Cam Newton would have been a shoe-in.
Why not, Willie? Let us know why not.
He's not. He said not yet. But I think Patrick Mahomes is creeping into that conversation because at the end of the day, you have to look at Patrick Mahomes' body of work because you can't just say, oh, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have 7 rings. He's not great as Tom Brady. Like, first of all, let's start there. Getting a ring in football is way harder than NBA. Let's start there. You can move one person in the NBA on a different team and make a world of difference. That's not how it works in football. You know what I'm saying? Football is a lot of moving parts. It is 16 hard-ass weeks, and it is 3 more weeks in the playoffs and 1 Super Bowl, and a lot can happen. So it's not just on Tom Brady for getting those rings. There's a couple, and not to discredit Tom Brady, because I think Tom Brady is just – I felt the same way about Maurice said earlier. You don't leave Tom. Listen, I would joke with my dad. I like, listen, the only way I'd be cool giving Tom Brady the ball back if it's like 5 seconds and no timeouts.
Well, you told me that. You told me that. Like Patrick Mahomes has gone into that stratosphere. Is like you left him too much time.
You left him too much time.
Yeah.
You left him too much.
That's what they said about Tom Brady. You let
Tom Brady. You don't leave Tom Brady with 1 minute and 54 seconds and 2 timeouts. You just don't do that. That's way too much time, bro. The difference is right. Patrick Mahomes can use his legs. Patrick Mahomes is more athletic than Tom Brady. And him being more athletic than Tom Brady is paying off in his game. Because we've seen Pat make some throws that we are like, ain't no fucking way. And even Brady said it himself. Brady said, I could never make some of the throws that Pat has made in his career. I would never even try to do that. Okay, Patrick Mahomes has made great strides at the quarterback position. Patrick Mahomes is literally what a scrambling quarterback is. You throw first, leg second. And so I think that Patrick Mahomes has entered the GOAT conversation. He's entered the GOAT conversation.
Even while he's still playing?
Even while he's playing. Because you got to think about it. As of right now, right? There is no other quarterback in the league better than Patrick Mahomes.
I will say that. I will say right now, he stands alone. He stands alone.
Patrick Mahomes is the best. It is him, and then
no, there's tier 1, which is Patrick Mahomes.
You got Patrick Mahomes.
Then you have the rest of the league.
Then you got the rest of the league, right?
Yeah.
After right after this playoff season, you got Patrick Mahomes. Then you got Josh Allen. And Lamar. You got Patrick Mahomes, tier 1. Josh Allen, Lamar, tier 2. I don't know what the fuck happened to Jalen Hurts this year. You got Hurts.
I don't know what happened to Hurts this year.
Burrow had an off year, so I put Burrow in tier 3.
I will put in 3.
I put him in tier 3. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just always on a quarterback. So those guys right there would be tier 3. You know what? I would even put CJ Stroud in his rookie year in tier 3 because the homeboy showed up and showed out this year. You know what I'm saying? So you have Burrow, you have Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? And then you have all the other quarterbacks. And so Patrick Mahomes it's like, remember when Tiger Woods was at the top of his shit? You had Tiger Woods and then everybody else. It's like that with Patrick right now. You got Patrick and then you got everybody else. Everybody else.
No, he's definitely leading the pack. And one thing I want to say towards that answer with him being in that conversation, I agree. He should be at least considered in that conversation right now. Honestly, and this is just for me, this is the best start I've seen any quarterback has had ever since Tom was inserted into the starting lineup. It's the best start I've seen. I mean, the dude is only 28 years old. And the one thing I mentioned to Mike that night is and this is why I can say he's in that conversation. And what he's going to have to do to be able to be side by side by Tom is Tom excelled after year 30. You know what I'm saying? His first 3 Super Bowls was actually relied on that defense. He was the ultimate game manager. I mean, I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, and I can say that. He was the ultimate game manager. But his career didn't really ascend until after his 30s when that defense wasn't wasn't as great as it was in his first 3 Super Bowls. So let's get that straight.
Like
and I'm a Tom Brady fan. I'm not knocking Tom, but his career.
I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the biggest Tom Brady fan, but I did respect him being as good as he is, because you just knew Tom Brady was not going to fuck up. You know, when you watch a certain player, you just like, bro, when the Chiefs played the Buffalo, I'm like, oh Lord, I need Josh Allen to make at least one fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
And you know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You knew. It's the same thing with like guys like Dak, guys like Lamar, guys like Tua. Like, I know you're gonna give me at least one mess up. Tom Brady never gave you that mess up, you know, and it just pissed you off. And Tom Brady was for a very long time one of the, and the thing is, and Cam Newton's brought up a conversation. You got game changers and game managers. I think Tom Brady will go down as one of the best game managers, because Tom Brady
the best game manager of all time.
Tom Brady was not going to make a play that made you go, oh wow, damn. But like, he would make the throw. Like, Tom Brady will win games making a smart throw that's open. And that's the shit that just made you mad. It's like they designed the play, they drew it up. Tom Brady got back there, made the throw he needed to make, and he won a game. And you just be sitting there looking like, and I told Brandon this, like I said, I might not be the biggest Tom Brady fan, but Tom Brady did something that is way harder to do. It is win the games you're supposed to win. Tom Brady did that shit on a consistent level. Okay? A consistent level. And so therefore you couldn't be mad at him. He managed. And so with Pat Mahomes, though, Pat makes plays. That 4th and 1 will forever go down as one of his highlights.
And you know what? I love that 4th and 1.
But you do realize Pat went into the huddle and said, only person touching this ball is me and Trap. Maybe Trap.
Listen, Pat Mahomes, before they even got in the huddle, because there was a timeout, Pat Mahomes went to Andy and said, I'm not giving it to nobody else. If we're going to lose, you're going to lose on me. And I'll take it. And you know, Pat Mahomes, one of those dudes, right? If we lose, it was because of me. I did something wrong. And it's because I said something or I did something wrong. Pat went in that huddle and said, no one else is touching the ball but me. And when he made that 4th and 1 and then that slide after what, about 15-yard run?
19. Get my dog.
19-yard one. I knew it right then and there. Pat finna go down here and win this game. Yeah, and that's the Brady aspect. He's not gonna make a mistake, and he didn't make a mistake.
Patrick runs like Captain Jack Sparrow, fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey, when Patrick runs in the middle of the field, it has that, hey, excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Like, as soon as you go to tackle Pat, he sounds like the type of nigga that like, hey,
don't touch me, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
But I gotta give it to Pat Mahomes. I think I agree with what Jody said earlier. To fully put him in that conversation, he got to win one more. And he's getting ready to try and do something that nobody has done since the shield has been made for the NFL, and that's won 3 straight.
Get that infamous 3-peat.
Yeah, they get that 3-peat.
Honestly,
it's gonna be hard.
Honestly, this right. I say this. Fingers crossed, knock on all top of wood. If Pat gets that 3-peat next season, I think at that moment, him and Brady will be 1 and 1A at that point. You have to put him past Montana. You got to put him past Marino. You got to put him past, Steve Young and Detroit Aikman. John Elway. John Elway only got 2. Like you got to put him past all those guys, because Pat Mahomes has done so. And let's not forget this, right? He did it with a trash ass wide receiver core. All I can think about is this, right? All I can think about is this. You guys hate Pat now. If that nigga still had Tyreek on that team, I don't think some of these games would be close. Bro. Honestly, and you better hope, okay, for all the and Pat, and this is why also I love Patrick Mahomes. He has entered his villain phase in fanhood. The only people that like Patrick Mahomes are Jits who like good quarterbacks, and Kansas City Chiefs fans and Texas Tech fans. Those are the only people that like Patrick Mahomes right now. Everybody else hates him because he's good.
I wanted to mention that to you on the pod tonight. I was going to actually mention it to you on the night we talked. I was going to mention that to you today.
He's in his villain era. He's in his Tom Brady era.
That's where I'm going with this. Everybody remember the Tom Brady villain era when nobody liked Tom Brady but Patriot fans
and Michigan fans.
Hey, nobody liked him.
Listen, I don't like that. I still don't like that motherfucker to this day.
Listen,
don't like him
because I put a post out on Facebook and I don't know if anybody caught what I was saying. This looks familiar. I don't know if anybody caught what I was saying. I said, this looks familiar. He's entering his villain stage because you can't beat him. No matter what the game plan is, every Sunday, you may can get a win off of him in a regular season, like they did. Everybody didn't think the Chiefs was going to make it to the Super Bowl after week, 6, 7? The Chiefs are done. They don't have a wide receiving core. He came, and now he's a villain now. And you're absolutely right. He's entered that Tom Brady villain stage. He's accepted it very well because I love the cockiness. He's accepted it very well. And that's what I wanted to tell you, Mike, is like be mindful and understand the hate that is gonna get ready to spoil over for this man because you can't beat him.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I've been in that position where I was trashed for year after year after year because of Tom Brady, because you couldn't beat him because he didn't make that one mistake.
Hey,
be ready for that. Be ready for that.
I don't give a damn. You hear me? I don't give a damn. You hear me? I don't give a shit. And I'll be the first one. I will let people know. You know what I'm saying? People ask me, are you really a Chiefs fan? Not really. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. All right. I am. And I said this in 2000.
You okay? You okay? I forgot he was a 49ers fan. Yeah.
Listen. DH, hear me out.
You okay?
Listen. I give DH the credit. DH came, he took his shit, and he said, y'all got it. DH,
listen, before you keep going, DH in the middle of the season called the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I remember a post. He called them in the Super Bowl. It was like week 6 or 7. He said, I don't want to hear, I don't forgot verbatim what the post said. DH, let me know if I'm wrong. But he said, I don't want to hear nothing when these boys get into the Super Bowl.
Listen, they should have been in the Super Bowl last year. They were minus 8 quarterbacks.
Yeah, they had a chance of winning last year. All right, DH, I'm just making sure you good, my boy. I know that was hard.
I will tell you this, DH. I was checking my watch last night. My shit was 126 beats per minute last night. Brother, I was stressed. Okay. I'm not finna sit. I wasn't calm. I wasn't cool. I wasn't collected. I was stressed. Every time Brock Purdy threw that ball and it was deep, I was stressed. I was like, oh Lord, this is it. We done lost. Lord, I was stressed. I'm not finna lie to you. I'm not. Listen.
You did say that. He did say Brock was going to be in the MVP conversation. He was in the MVP conversation. He did say that.
So I'm not. I was stressed. I'm not finna sit there and say I was not confident. And I was not confident till after Pat got that 4th and 1. You ever see Pat, like, you know how Tom Brady do the head down and you know, all right, this man finna go off.
Yeah.
When Pat got that 4th and 1 and he walked back to that huddle and he was like, he had that juice flowing. I say, that's it right there. Pat got that juice flowing. That's it right there. He finna get it. And then as soon as he had that 19-yard run, and then he got back to the next huddle, and Travis had that juice flowing, Travis is like, yeah, give me that rock. And Travis pushed all the way down.
It's just
to
the confidence level. It was like a bar. It was just raising. Man. And it was beautiful to see, honestly. You know, I'm not a Chiefs fan or a 49ers fan by a long shot, but when you're a fan of winning,
when that juice just flowing, you can just tell. You can see it.
You can see it. And that's at the time where you forgetting that you're tired. You forgetting that your bones hurt.
He was in the zone.
All of that. You in the zone. You going for the win, and it was good to see, man. But I know we've been talking about the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, but I want to talk about the 49ers too, man. So where did this go? You know, Shanahan has been to 3 Super Bowls, bro, that he's led in all 3. And he's led in all three, and he's let all three go. So what does it go for the 49ers? I mean,
okay, so
what do you do? It's not like you can retool because that team is fine. That team is absolutely fine.
Andy Reid, it lives rent free in that nigga's head. Let's start there. Okay. Andy Reid lived rent free in his head. Wasn't he a product of Andy Reid?
It was a good game, DH.
Somebody do check me if I'm wrong, but ain't Kyle Shanahan Andy Reid like coach? Like, then he's the coach under Andy Reid at one point.
Let me see real quick. Hold on.
I think so, but I'm not quite sure. And when he like the Falcons offensive coordinator that year, they blew the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was the Falcons offensive coordinator. He's been in 3 Super Bowls, 2 as a head coach, 1 as an offensive coordinator. He's had leads in all 3 of those Super Bowls and has lost them. Okay, DH said nah, but I don't think he has.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, let's start here, right?
So where does he go? What do the 49ers go?
If it's any recollection from Kyle Shanahan's career, all 3 of his Super Bowl losses came from arguably the best 2 quarterbacks to ever play football. Let's start there. All right. So he can sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying? With that one. All right. Now let's on the second point. A 10-point lead really ain't a lead when you're playing against Brady or Mahomes. Let's start there.
Before you keep going, a 10-point lead, but the Chiefs the Chiefs were giving up some mistakes early in that first half of that game, and they were not capitalized. Ask Sam. I said after they fumbled the ball, if the 49ers don't capitalize off of these turnovers and these mistakes that the Chiefs are making and these drop passes and the overthrows, I said this game is over. You can't keep not capitalizing on mistakes with Mahomes on the other side of the ball.
Here's the difference. The Chiefs defense have made a dramatic step up in the last season. The Chiefs had a top 10 defense this season. We keep forgetting that. And I'm gonna say this, and I know people are gonna get mad at me, right? But like, I'm not sold on Brock Purdy. I'm still a product of Brock Purdy has a lot of good weapons around him.
I like Brock. I like him.
I think Brock Purdy is a good game manager. It's easy when you got Deebo Samuels and Christian McCaffrey and Ayako and Brandon Jennings and Greg Kittle. It's easy for a lot of people to look good with that type of offensive weaponry. You got one of the best offensive linemen to ever touch the football field, and Mr. Trent Williams. It's easy for Brock Purdy to do what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is that little 3-game skit they took this season, they was getting the Brock Purdy ass. And he wasn't looking Brock Purdy. It was looking Brock ugly, right? So looking Brock ugly out there for a little bit, right? And so Kyle Shanahan, you got to get over Andy Reid. I think that if Kyle Shanahan just can't play against Patrick Mahomes. And shout out to the defensive coordinator, bro. He did everything he could do.
Oh yeah,
he played zone.
I forgot his name.
He dropped coverage. Everything.
That brother was throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Pat Mahomes, especially in that fourth quarter. And
that fourth quarter, he did everything.
He did everything he can possibly do. It wasn't nothing much more than
I think the 49ers. There's nothing they need to do.
Bro, they perfect, bro. They got the perfect
12-5 the whole season.
Nothing needs to change in San Francisco.
You just have to win a Super Bowl. There ain't nothing else they need to do. Now, anybody want to explain me how the fuck you didn't know the overtime rules?
Oh hell yeah, let's talk about the overtime rules.
Why would you get the ball first?
I know for a fact that the NFL, when rule changes go out, they send out these pamphlets on the rules. I guess it's the rule book or the policies. I don't know what it's called, but they send it out to everybody associated in the NFL. For y'all to not know what the rules were in overtime for the playoffs and the Super Bowl, that's absolutely insane to me. That's absolutely insane. And did you see Pat Mahomes was like, yeah, we knew about we was studying it. We game planned around it.
That boy say we went over this shit 4 times. We
went over it 4 times. Might finna step away, but they went over it 4 times, dog. Pat said that they executed for if they got the ball or if they didn't get the ball. So yeah, the rule thing was very absurd to me. Y'all let us know what y'all thought about that rule thing. Apparently everybody in the Chiefs uniform knew about the rule change. but the 49ers didn't know nothing about the rule change. So that's kind of absurd to me. Bro, you know I break down the game in every
I'm trying to figure out why they took the ball first.
It's horrible, bro. If you go look on YouTube right now, right guard, let Jones run free. Yes, that's what we talked about earlier, DH. Jones was running free a few times with some big plays, especially towards the end of that game. So,
since we got a
right guard was awful.
What was the point of getting Chase Young? He got like 1 sack and 1 pressure the whole game.
Chase was balling out in that first quarter. After that first quarter, I ain't hear nothing from him.
Like, what was the point, bro? They gave up all that shit to get your ass.
Well, he a free agent. He a free agent anyway, so I don't know if they bring him back. DH, y'all want Chase Young back in the back on that line. Y'all want Chase back.
We'll take him down to Kansas City.
That's what I'm saying, DH. They knew the rules. They knew. I don't know why you come out and say y'all didn't know the rules. Y'all knew the rules. Y'all knew.
So they dropped the ball and messed up the church, man.
they knew the rules. For that 3rd and 4 and overtime play, Brandon was wide. Yeah, he was. He was wide open. Now, that was the Super Bowl. I'm going to say it was the win, but that was the touchdown that they needed.
Bro,
but on that play, Chris Jones wasn't touched. That's how Purdy was rushed. Chris Jones was not touched.
Right, Chris Jones was putting it on that offensive tackle's ass. You hear me? He was whooping his ass all night. Okay, the right guard. That right guard was getting his ass whooped all night by Chris Jones. He was whooping his ass all night.
Right guard just took a play off where you shouldn't have took a play off. But
he took a lot of plays. Chris Johnson was whooping his ass.
Chris Jones was killing him, especially in that second half. Chris Jones was killing him.
Brother was ready to go home. He said, "Man, pack this shit up and slide me back to San Fran. Get the fuck out of here."
But listen, man, that Super Bowl was a great Super Bowl. We can sit here and talk for hours about it. What I do want to ask though, so we already know the Chiefs. They said that Kelsey said it's time to come back for that. You got to come back for the 3-peat, right? You got to come back for the 3-peat. So I'm just gonna ask him now. What's y'all predictions for next Super Bowl in New Orleans? What we want Wayne at? What's the predictions for next Super Bowl? And I'm saying it on the live right now because I'm gonna keep my receipts. So what y'all put? Oh, should we wait? Should we wait, or is it too early?
I tell you what. Let's.
Yeah, losing Green. That's the dude name. I forgot his name earlier. That's the dude that messed himself up running into the field.
He tore his Achilles running onto the field.
Yo, he was a huge loss for that defense because he was the one guarding Kelsey early in the game, locking Kelsey up. So that was a huge loss. Greenlaw was a very big loss on Sunday. You're right about that, DH. But what you was gonna say, Matt? I mean, Jody, what you was gonna say? Should we wait for predictions?
Wait till after the draft.
Let's wait till after the draft, wait till some free agency moves and all that type of stuff. We're gonna wait for that. Okay, I'll wait for it. Yeah, you're right. No excuses, but it was still a huge loss. Huge loss. Next man up. Yeah, you're right about that. Next man up. Let me ask this. I forgot about it. Let me ask this. Let's talk about Andy Reid for a minute. Andy Reid. Can we now start talking and putting him in the conversation with Dollar Bill? Yeah, because I was thinking that too. Dollar Bill kind of was sitting up here alone for a little. I think Andy done creeped up a little bit.
Andy definitely creeped up.
Okay.
I think Dollar Bill and Brady is the same thing as Andy Reid and Mahomes. We are watching Andy Reid and Mahomes back in like 2001.
Brady and Dollar Bill.
Ain't that when it started? By 2001?
2001, yeah.
When they won their first Super Bowl, like 2003?
Oh, 2002?
No, 2002.
Greatest show on turf against the Rams?
True.
Yeah, that's when it started. I hope you ain't talking about them Cowboys. Please tell me you ain't talking about them Cowboys. Comes on, we them boys 2K. If you a Cowboy fan, that's what y'all say every year. We them boys.
They got 4 more to tie. I don't think that. See, this is the thing, right? And this is a bigger conversation. I don't think Patrick and Andy Reid got to get 7 to outbeat.
No, I don't think.
Because hear me out.
I don't think you have to.
And let's just Andy let's remember Dollar Bill only got 6.
Yeah, Bill only got 6.
Bill only got 6. So let's say this.
Right? The Cowboys. Oh, you got to stop it with the Cowboys, my boy.
Oh Lord. So listen, I this is my thing, right? I think if Patrick Mahomes can go either 5-1 or 6-1 with Super Bowl wins, I think that especially 6-1, if Patrick Mahomes goes 6-1 with Super Bowls, I think you got to give it to him. I think you have to give it to him. Now Brady went 8-3, 7-3, right? If Patrick Mahomes goes like 5-1 or 6-1 and wins the MVPs for those, I think you got to give it to him. Because let's be real.
I know I'm Brady biased now. This hold on, before you say that, Mike, I'm Brady biased now. Let's just say those 2 giant Super Bowl wins, they could have easily been 2 for Tom Brady and Bill.
They could have. They could
have been easily. Brady could be walking around here with 9. Nah. He could have been walking around here with 9.
Hey, praise the damn defensive line of the Giants, boy. We praise them.
Go ahead.
And I'm not gonna hate, but Brady having 7 rings is something we'll never see in probably 2 or 3 lifetimes, bro. We'll never see that again. We'll never see that.
Not in our lifetime. We might not see that in our lifetime.
We might not see that in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might not see it in the next one after that too. But Patrick Mahomes is the closest thing we got to Brady, and I feel like Patrick Mahomes got 2 or 3 more, especially coming in his 30s. And Andy Reid, it's like this, right? Long as the Chiefs don't do anything to fuck it up, let's start there. Okay.
What could they potentially mess up though?
Andy Reid retires, and then you come in and bring in some dumbass coach that wants to.
Bro, they three-peat. If they three-peat, Andy gonna walk off leaving it just like that. I promise you. They three-peat, Andy will walk off.
Here's the thing: Mahomes is gonna be there after Andy leaves. Andy's not staying. Andy's not staying, and Travis is not staying. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes is gonna have a longer career than Travis because Travis is a tight end. Mahomes is a quarterback. He doesn't get touched this much. So Travis got about 3 or 4 or 5 more seasons.
Clexon coming on here starting trouble. You're starting trouble. No, we can't put Brady and Favre in the same conversation. That's a conversation for a different day.
The Packers organization had two Hall of Fame quarterbacks back to back and got 2 Super Bowls or so for it. We're not doing that.
Hey, I appreciate it, Clexon, though. I appreciate it. I like the trash talk back and forth.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
We love it, dog.
Clexon, all right. But yeah, I think if Patty won a couple more, you got to put him in that GOAT conversation. You got to put him. I think for and especially with his stats, what he's done, he's already in his first 7 seasons, he's already outdone Tom Brady in every category except Super Bowls, and they tied. He's got more yardage, a better passer rating. His touchdown to interception ratio is better. He damn sure got more rushing yards than Brady. He's got Brady beat in every category. As of right now, like match for match, they're tied in Super Bowls.
But this is why I made that point. Mike. It's going to show on how Patrick Mahomes, because his career started fantabulous. That's not even a word, but fantastic. His career started so great that it's gonna show after his 30s. He's going to have to prove that after his 30s. Brady proved it after his 30s. When everybody thought the decline was coming, remember Max Kellerman with the cliff? Oh, the cliff is coming. The cliff is coming. That cliff never really came. And even in his final season, he was better than all of the 2 and 3 tier quarterbacks. He just decided to walk away at 45. And that's where it's gonna really get, at least for me. Where you put Patrick Mahomes in that conversation is what he's going to do after his 30s. What is he going to do when Travis Kelce decides that, okay, it's time for me to hang it up? What is he going to do when Andy Reid decides to, okay, it's time for me to walk away? Because you're right. Pat going to be there after Andy.
He's going to be there after Travis.
He's going to be there after Travis.
I think it's going to be one of those things where Andy Reid is going to stay long as possible. And it's going to be one of them things where Pat is gonna be there, and when Andy Reid's like, "Hey, I got 2 more seasons and I'm out," I think the search will secretly start. And so when he leaves, they're gonna put somebody who's gonna have embody everything that he's embodied. It's like we got the recipe here. We not gonna fuck this up, you know. Like we not gonna go off the beaten path. We've been winning with this. It's the same thing the Pats. Look at what the Pats did for 20 years.
Yeah,
they did not change shit. Is winning. We not changing it. Like this is the recipe. We're not going to go high-profile receivers. We're not going to do a bunch of high-profile players. We're going to get guys that want to play, want to win, want the ball, go shut up, do their job, and move the hell on. And that's what they did.
Yeah. So, Claxton, I hope I'm saying that right. Real talk, Mahomes is that dude right now, which is extremely right. This was the Super Bowl that was supposed to happen. There are not many more actual NFL caliber QBs in the league today. Now, yeah, we spoke about that earlier. There's Patrick Mahomes, and then the rest of the league. He's on top by himself as of the active quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah.
So, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right on that.
And for all the people that say, "Oh, the refs cheated and shit," bro, the penalty.
Man, come on, the people that said that wasn't there to watch a football game. They were there to watch the commercial, literally, in the halftime show.
6 penalties for 40 yards on the 49ers, 6 penalties for 55 yards on the Chiefs. Like
I said earlier, it was even. It was dealt even.
Like every referee is gonna miss, because I seen a couple holding calls that the Chiefs definitely get. I seen Bosa get damn near choke slam one time and they didn't call it. But I also seen Chris Jones. I seen him get tackled twice. And I'm just like, damn, y'all not gonna call that?
No, I thought the referees played. I mean, not played, but they
the referees did not play a factor in this game.
They did not play a factor in this win for the Chiefs at all, or the loss for the 49ers at all. They did not play any hand. There was no bogus calls. I think everything was pretty much fair. So all of those people saying
when the 49ers got that first down on the third down incompletion, it wasn't bogus. Like, bro, you hooked the nigga 8 yards off the route. You hooked the man around the waist.
Exactly.
Like they gonna get you that every time, dog. I don't know why you Willie Snead with the slap to the face of Brandon Jennings and sportsmanlike conduct. Like, come on,
all of that stuff was deserved. Yeah, it was. It was a great game. It was very.
The referees did not change the impact of the game, and that's all the hell we could ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to sit there and watch a Super Bowl with all those penalties and all those real non-calls that are not being looked at, that's frustrating. Watching that game was not frustrating Sunday.
No,
that was not frustrating. I was on my seat like, all right, who finna do this? Okay, you threw a punch. What you finna do next? You know what I'm saying? One of those, I'm instigating the fight. All right, he said that about you. What you finna say? You know what I'm saying?
That's how you was over there on your seat. I was over there having palpitations and shit. I was stressing the fuck out.
Mike almost needed CPR.
I was going. Hey, you just had to go get one of them goddamn machines, but you're clear. Bring my ass back. Hey, listen, ask Bay. I had lost my fucking appetite. I got a plate full of food. I can't eat. I can't drink. I'm stressed. I'm walking back and forth. I'm mad.
You was out there pacing.
Bruh, hey, he threw that interception. I had to take a walk.
Yeah, I feel you, dog. Bro, I was actually sad. I was like, dang, Pat Mahomes threw an interception. I said that to Sam. I was like, dang, he threw an interception.
Right. It's like, this how good he is. He threw an interception and we surprised. Like, what? What?
Bro, he hadn't thrown one all playoffs.
I don't think he threw one like 15 and some shit. It's like,
I'm like that, dog.
Like, nigga.
No, the game was fast. It actually went by. I mean, although I think for us, I think the time was like 10:30 or something like that. But the game went by fast.
The game was fast for y'all. Almost had to bring me back twice.
Listen. It was a wonderful game. I'm glad we was able to get up on Tuesday on in game here. We was missing Telly. I think Telly ran away from this one. Mr. I need to be on to speak my piece. So Telly, we're gonna encourage you to go to the YouTube page. And we're gonna encourage everybody to go to the YouTube page, like and subscribe. And check out the YouTube page, like and subscribe to the Facebook page. Hey, and just to let y'all know, we ain't forgot about y'all. We cooking for season 4. for
we got
the
some
family
special,
barbecue.
bro. We working, bro.
And Unhinged, we working. Listen, we ain't forgot about y'all. We just taking some time off, a little bit, and we're gonna be back. But it was good to come on In Game today or tonight and talk about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was great. We appreciate everybody that was in comments. Hey, I appreciate DH pulling up, who was a hardcore 49ers fan. That man pulled up and talked about it with us a little bit. True soldier that came up.
And shout out to my boy Benji, Mr. Benji Banks from the Fire Session Podcast. Shout out to them boys. They coming back in a few weeks. So shout out to Benji and Big Ken and all them over there at the Fire Session Podcast. Shout out to them. Check them out. And we appreciate y'all pulling up on us, man. Yeah, I mean, we got something cooking up for y'all. We ain't forgot y'all. We ain't forgot y'all. We ain't forgot y'all. We taking time off because I done got the travel itch. Now my ass something everywhere around here.
Listen, me and Sam was in North Carolina last week. You hear me? We out here moving.
Y'all hanging out? Y'all looking? Y'all
was out there hanging out with my sister.
Hey, finna be all in y'all business. Y'all looking at some houses down there?
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
What y'all doing on the East Coast?
Hey, we was over there just chilling, dog. It was my birthday. Yeah, I'm sure. We showed.
Hey, you ain't browse. You ain't accidentally download Zillow.
Hey, Mike, we finna go ahead and get off of this podcast. We finna go ahead and drop off this
we gonna hit y'all with a different intro because it's my boy Patty won the Super Bowl. So we'll holler at y'all on the flip side. We'll see y'all during the NFL draft, man. We'll holler at y'all on the flip side. Hit this outro for y'all.
Hey, who run it? Nigga know me when it comes to this beef. I post when you sleep till the next Sunday. I cut off his limbs like I'm Ted Bundy. I'm so deep in these streets that I can't even sleep, trying to see how to eat till the next morning. Then I get up and get it like Steve Harvey. Get that bread extra early, I be tardy. Bro, just got a new stick, that's a big card. But just Drake with the wood, it's a bit large. I been ballin', come through like I'm Vince Carter. Some of these niggas good, but I been harder. Made that whole 100K just to step on the stage. I was just making plays trying to feed Carter. Niggas don't want the fade, I'm a good barber. Pistol play, watch me bang out a blue charter. All my diamonds legit, boy, this shit water. You ain't wearing your shit, boy, I drip harder. I been up for a minute, you just started. Spark the wood, that bitch smell like I just farted. He a bitch, oh, he gangster, he just started. He was just on my, let me be quiet. They say just moving silence, I been silent. You was never the gang if you wasn't riding. Hey.